Poetry to stimulate the mind, the intellect, especially for those who love poetry. When your time for success comes, and it will come once you persevere, it will come. And it will be your day to shine, your time to shine like the sun. And there is nothing anyone can do to stall the force that propels you on. For when God is for you, not a man or woman can stand against you. And that force, that spiritual force, that godly force, will push you up that mountain and you'll reach the top. Yes, you will reach the top. And then, after all the struggle, you will look back. You will look back and you will smile. A few words to consider. It is good to pray. And to pray even for those who use you for their own advantage. Pray for them. Free yourself from stress and worry. It is not easy, but try hard. Shun negative vibes. What you put out there, the positive vibes, will help you. Life is short, very short. And when we kick the bucket, very few will remember us. Very few. Yes, our names will pop up once in a while. Oh, Jack was a good carpenter. Mary, you had a good voice. And then they'll go on to another topic. So don't be caught up in the misery that some people try to make you get caught up in. Shun negative vibes, I repeat. Avoid vain and worthless chatter. Oh, yes, there is a time for old talk, yes. Ecclesiastes tells us that there is a time for everything. But don't let it become too much of a part of you. Meditate. Concentrate on that which edifies and uplifts your spirit. There are forces, evil forces. Remember, the book tells us we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness, the rulers of darkness in high places. You need that spiritual armor to withstand. Meditate and concentrate. Take a time out to meditate. Resist the temptation that will drag you down to the gutter. And there are those who would like to see you in the gutter. But resist the temptation. And if a trap is set before you, because sometimes, even in the workplace, they will set traps for you. And the very important thing is, do not take the bait. It is better to avoid taking the bait than to struggle like a fly in a spider's web. Now this one is difficult. To remain calm in the midst of harsh criticism, chaos, and confusion. And sometimes it's best not even to look at the comments that people make in the comment section on social media. That which will rile you up and get you annoyed. Remain calm, even in the midst of harsh criticism, chaos, and confusion. Remember, silence is sometimes, and I stress, not always, sometimes silence is the best answer. Share the joy that bubbles within you. Share it. Don't keep it for yourself. For love is not perfected until it is shared. A quotation from someone I can't even remember. Willingly give what you can, and especially to those who in need. They cry out for assistance and you have an abundance. Give, please give. I remember I gave something to an old woman, not blowing my trumpet here, and she was desperately in need. And as I walked down the steps when I gave it to her, after I did, and I heard her praying and said, Lord, thank you, Jesus. I needed what this man brought for me. Give whatever you can. The little, it helps. Laugh when you can. Laughter is medicine to the soul. We learn that from the Reader's Digest. Seek the peace of God that surpasses all understanding. Pray for protection from evil, and pray for those who are sick and are mourning the loss of loved ones, that stays with us when dear ones depart. Remember them, and it is not easy. Pray for them, those who are mourning the loss of loved ones. Remember the goodness of your family. Remember the goodness of your friends. Remember the kindness of strangers. Do not be ungrateful. Remember from whence you came. And always be careful while you're climbing the ladder to remember those who help push you up the ladder. Because when you fall, when misfortune hits you, and it can happen, you can be strong like a lion today, but a stroke or some serious illness can render you helpless. And when you fall, sometimes those that you expect to help you will not be the ones to do so. Sometimes a stranger will show his or her face. So it is important as you climb, remember that things can suddenly change for you. Now that which you cannot change, leave it in the hands of the Almighty and pray. Can't change it. It's beyond your power. Leave it in the hands of the Almighty. And instead of worrying today, just breathe a little prayer. For prayer, coupled with works, can change situations. And when you pray, you become spiritually stronger. Peace. God bless you. Keep looking up. Keep looking up, as my one-time headmaster and spiritual friend, Reverend Melville Chaper, used to say. Keep looking up. Anthony Wendell DeRiggs.